Yes, can we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Just give me 2 more minutes, 1 minute. Can anyone say whether the live stream is working? It is not visible in my mobile. Can anyone check it out? Staff, please.
It's working, Hitch, I can see.
Okay, currently now the video is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am. It is visible.
Okay. Thank you. Fine. So let's start with the session. Shall we, Sheril?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So good afternoon, staff and students. So let's start with today's webinar session. So the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you, says the Bible. A very pleasant evening to everyone. So I would like to extend my gratitude today to our Secretary and Principal, Reverend Dr. Arokirani, for her support and encouragement in organizing this webinar. I'm honored to welcome today's speaker, Mrs. Sheril Sophia. She is working as an assistant professor at Jyoti Nivas College, Bangalore. She was awarded her MPhil in our institution recently, and she has published several papers in many national and international journals and also in various conferences. Her research was mainly focused on bio-inspired replication mechanisms within the cloud. She is a devoted learner. She has created many YouTube videos, including an online guide for faculty members to efficiently create e-content that would aid online teaching. And we have already had a webinar with her for the final years with the topic Introduction to Virtualization and VMware Hypervisor. So welcome, Sheril. Welcome once again.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
I welcome all the participants to actively participate in today's event, and it is titled as Exploring on Excel. So welcome you all once again, and I request Sheril to take over the session from here.
So hi everyone. Hope everyone are doing good at home, right? Yes. Just give me a thumbs up. Yes. A thumbs up. Very good. Great. Yes. So let me just start with my session, and it is on exploring Excel, right? So first, let me just share my screen to you all, and then I'll start my presentation. So I'll just share my screen. Can you see the screen, everyone? Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah, yes. So let me start with my first session. So we're going to learn about Microsoft Excel, which is a spreadsheet developed by Microsoft for Windows, Mac OS, Android, and iOS. So what are the features of Excel? It helps you to organize and manipulate data. You can use different kinds of functions on Excel, or you can use statistical functions, and which is basically used for data analysis. And you can display data in a form of line graphs, histograms, and pivot charts. You can work on data analysis. That's what you're going to learn about today, about Excel today. So it also allows the users to employ wide varieties of numerical methods. So now so this is how an Excel sheet look like. I hope everyone would have seen, because it's part of your syllabus, right? You've learned the basics of Excel. So next one is before we start on exploring Excel, let's learn about different terminologies that that you're keeping on hearing. It's called data analysis. So data analysis is actually inspecting and cleansing and also transforming a model data that is given to you, and whatever data is collected, you're going to make it into a useful information, and then once you convert into a useful information, you can make decisions over it. Okay, so once you get data, you can mine data, and also you can apply statistical formulas to take decisions. Okay, so the next one is what are the different process of quantitative data analysis. Here actually data can be collected into two forms. One is one is quantitative and the other one is qualitative. So what is quantitative? In the sense, the data that you are going to collect will be in the form of numbers. Okay, so the data that you're going to collect will be in a form of numbers. So now if suppose, what is your age, so that will be a number, right? So it's all those data which is quantitative will be in a form of numbers. Now qualitative data is the information that can't be expressed as numbers. So here there is an example. Here it can be a word, objects, pictures, observations and symbols. And whereas quantitative data, you're going to play with numbers and you apply statistical formulas over it and then make a decision. So now as you've seen this slide, right? You can see the slide here. When you do or when you perform a data analysis, there are few steps that you have to follow. The first step is you have to collect the data. Once you collect the data, you have to clean the data and then use some of statistical formulas, and then you can visualize the data. So these are the few steps for analyzing a data. So we are going to analyze data using which tool. We are going to use Excel, right? So you're going to, today in this session, you're going to have 3 videos. The first video is about, you have collected some data. You're going to use data sets, and those data sets you're going to import into your Excel and clean the data, and you're going to apply certain formulas and visualize the data. You can think about or take decision based upon the data that you have collected. So let's see what is data collection. So actually this process is seen, this is the first step, or this is actually seen when you do go ahead with research. So you can collect data using different sources. You can use Google Forms. Okay, you get Google Forms, right, to collect datas or to get feedbacks. To collect feedbacks, ma'am used to share a link, and then you fill that Google form, and then based on the feedback we can analyze the data. So that the first step of data analysis is collecting data or collecting information. So you can use different kinds of tools to collect data. So now in today's video, what we cannot go and collect data. So for that, what we are going to use, we are going to use data set. Data sets are, okay, I'll take you to that particular, yes. So data set is actually a collection of data which is already predefined, or it is already available in the website. So if you go to different sites, you will get data sets that is already collected by some scientists or researchers, and you can use that data to just practice analysis techniques. So this is how a data set will look like in your Excel. So you can see there is a column. See here, the fields that I'm selecting is known as column, and this one is known as row. So I hope you've seen an Excel sheet and you've played with lots of data. You've entered data into it and you've used basic formulas. Okay, so this data sets, if you go to net or internet, there are few sample data that is available in the website, and you can use and import that particular data into your Excel sheet and then work on this data. So how can we do that? So here I have collected a data set from this website, which is known as Kaggle. Kaggle is a website, is an online community of data scientists and machine learning practitioners. In this, if you go to this particular website, you can see the link here, right? Can you all see the screen? Can you see the screen of Kaggle? Yes? Yes. Okay. So, yeah. So Kaggle is a website. If you go to this particular website, you can see they're providing, it's actually an online community of data scientists and machine learning practitioners. And if you go to this particular website, you will get data sets which is free for you to practice and explore and using different tools. So here, the tool that you're going to use is Excel. So for that, so data collection, there's no need for you to go and collect data because data scientists and machine learning practitioners have worked hard and collected data and they are providing it to you in this particular website. So data sets will be in this form. So here, what I've done here is I have gone to Kaggle and I have downloaded data set related to COVID-19. Okay, different cases that is existing in India till the date June 5th. Okay, so you can see the data sets of COVID-19 that is there, the cases that is there in India. So that is a data set that I have downloaded from this website. So I'm going to play that video. How did I go and do it? How did I download the data set? And how I'm going to import it into Excel. So next, so I have 3 videos here. The first video is how to import the data from different sources into your Excel. Okay, so the first step is data collection. So data is already collected and it is available in website. So we can just use that data into your Excel and then play on that particular data. So the first topic that you're going to learn is how to import data from the website and also how to import a .csv document. So for that, let's go to a video, which is the first video of this presentation. So let me just take you to another screen. Was it audible, everyone? Yes. So I'm going to stop the screen sharing, and then you're going to watch a video. So once the video starts, you cannot hear me. You can only listen to the audio of that particular video. Okay. So I'll just share my window, the entire screen, and then play the video for you. Step is to go to Google and then type Kaggle dataset and search for it. So when you search, so first step is to go to Google and then type Kaggle dataset and search for it. So when you search for it, you can see the link over here, find open dataset projects in Kaggle. Click this particular link and then it will take you to this page. Your page is open over here. And yeah. So if you go to this data link, you can see the data sets available. So here you can get a database. Yeah, here COVID-19 open research data sets are available. So what I'm going to do is here I'm going to search for a data set related to COVID cases in India. So there will be lots of data sets that is provided by different scientists. So here I'm going to search for a data set and I've got one which is COVID-19 in India provided by SRK, and this is given us the data sets in a form of CSV file. So we are going to import a CSV file into an Excel sheet. So let's see how it is. So uh, these are the set of CSV files available. So from this, we're going to download. So to download, click download, and then it's downloading. And you can see towards the right end. Yeah. And click that particular folder. And you can extract this file. So right click and extract all. Change the path and you can save it wherever you would like to. So I'm changing it and create. Okay. And then click extract. So now you can see in this folder all the CSV file what is extracted. And I'm going to copy the CSV file into another folder. Doing it. So I've copied it. So once I've copied this CSV file, so I'm going to open an Excel sheet. And in this Excel sheet, click data. And you can see different external sources where you can import data into Excel sheet. The first one is from the database access. Okay, let's see the first step, how to import data from a website. So click from website and then you can give the URL and search for the data or the sample data that you want to import. So I've picked one link and then I'm going to import this data into the Excel sheet. So for that, what I have to do is right top, you can see a yellow button with an arrow. Below that, you can see a small arrow button there. If you click that, that means you're going to select the data to import into the Excel sheet. So make sure that you click the arrow button on that particular page and click import. So once you click import, it will ask you whether you want to import it into the existing worksheet or a new sheet. So we're going to select existing worksheet in that selected cell. So we're going to import that particular data into that selected cell and into the existing worksheet and click OK. So it's getting loaded and you can see the data loaded over here and the sample data that is from the website. Now, this is how you import data from a website. Next one is how to import data from a text. So there comes the CSV file part. So you have already downloaded the CSV file. Go to that particular folder and pick that file and import it into your Excel sheet. You can see the data in that box and all the and it's separated using a comma. So it's better you use a delimiter option and then click next. Once you click next, you can see the delimiters that is opted for. Here it is comma, so we have opted for comma. If you click comma, you can see how it is going to look inside the Excel sheet and how it is separated into different columns and click next. Here, if you want to change the format of a date, you can change the format of the date. Here in this, it is month, date, and year. So I'm going to give date, month, and year. So just select that drop down list and change the format and then click finish. Once you click finish, you can click OK. So you can see the CSV file data imported into your Excel sheet. So this is how you import data into Excel sheet. So I hope, was it clear? Was it clear? That was the first step. What do you have to do? First step is what? Collecting data. So now you cannot go and collect the data. Is it audible? Yes? Yes, yes. Yeah. So you cannot go and collect the data. So what is it? All scientists and practitioners are providing data sets to you, free data sets for you to use it and then practice your different tools that is available for free. So here we are going to practice Excel, right? So now you've learned the first step, how to import data into your Excel sheet. So the next step is how to clean the data. The next step is known as data cleaning. So once you import a set of data into your Excel sheet, you have to clean the data. So I'll just share my slide now. 1 second. Yeah, so we've finished the first step, how to import data into Excel. So the next step is data cleaning. So data cleaning includes removing unwanted characters from text. So what you're going to do here is the data that you have imported into Excel, you're going to structure the data properly for analysis purpose. So that is, so you're going to watch the second part of the video. So in that particular video, you're going to learn few data cleaning techniques that you can apply over the data sets. So there are about 7 techniques that you're going to learn in the second part of the video. Okay, so let's see the video. I'll just stop screening. You're going to learn few functions. In this video, you're going to learn few functions that helps you to clean the data in your Excel. So first, you're going to learn about trim function, which is actually a fastest and easiest way to delete space in Excel. Let's see an example for that. So this is the CSV file that you have imported, and it was quite good, but I've just made some changes to make you understand what exactly your data cleaning is. So here, when you look at this particular field, you can see the data that is provided under this field is not aligned. So when a data is given, you cannot analyze the data in this format. First, you have to properly structure it and then go ahead with analyzing. So let's see how to remove the spaces and align this particular field properly. So for that, we are going to use a trim function. So here we have to select one cell. So I'm going to select this particular cell, which is J2. And then here you can give the formula. So you give equal to trim and open the bracket. And you can select the cell where you have the text for removing the space. So I'm going to pick this particular cell and then close the bracket and enter. So when you click enter, you can see the difference over here, right? See, it's left justified. All the text will be left justified. Now, if suppose we are going to enter a number, and so you can see the number automatically gets right justified. Okay, so now when you play with numbers, you have to make sure you have to be very careful with these things, because if this particular number is left justified, that means it is going to take it as a character or a text. So we have done this, right? So we have done this. What you can do, you can see a small dot green button. They keep the mouse over here. till you get this plus button and click on it and just drag down. If you drag it down, see, you can see all the, yeah, here you can see all the text which was not aligned is aligned over here. Okay, so whatever data is there here is aligned, and then what you can do here is you can just copy it. To copy, you have to press Control C, copy it, and then here you select that particular field till where you have. So you can select the particular column till where you have applied, till here you have applied trim function, correct? So right click and then you can paste it over here. Okay, so and then you can delete it. You can directly select the entire column by clicking the J button over here and then right click and click clear content, so you get clear. The next one is how to trim or how to remove the space. As I said here, these numbers are not properly aligned. If I'm going to trim this number, so I'm going to give the same equation, trim, and then click this particular number and close the bracket, trim. Now when you trim, you can see this number is left aligned, which is acting as a text. But if it is numeric, that means it should go to right hand side, correct? So let's see another equation for trimming a number, a numeric value. So for that you can give equal to and then value, then you can give trim, okay, and then select the cell and close the brackets. Two brackets you have to close, and so you can see the difference here. This is acting as a text and this is acting as a number. So now if I scroll this down and remove the extra space, yeah, it has trimmed. So here, so this is done. So let's drag and drop it down. So let's drag and drop this where we have introduced value trim. So here, yeah, it's gone here. And let's copy it and just try to paste it over here. It's going to paste it. Yes. So you pasted it and save it, and let's clear the content. So I'm going to clear the content. Now another example for numeric is, if I can give you like this. So let's see. Yeah. And then let's use a trim function. So equal to trim, select the cell and then close the bracket. So you can see it is trimmed towards the left hand side and it is acting as a text. Yes. Now we don't want it as a text, we need it as a numeric number. So what you have to do, give equal to, then give value and then trim. Okay, and select the cell, select just one cell and close the brackets and enter. Yes, it has gone to right hand side. Okay, suppose you're going to copy and paste any kind of data into your Excel. Sometimes trim is not going to work. So let's see how it is. So if I'm going to a page and I'm going to copy this particular content and paste it over here. Yeah. So now you can see if I click on it, it will get in. So here in this you can see there are extra spaces. So let's try using trim function. Here trim and click the cell and enter. Yes, it is aligned. Now let me just drag and drop, put it down. It is still not aligned. It is because this is because we copied it from another source and pasted. Sometimes the trim function is not going to work. There is another formula. Let's try this. Equal to trim, substitute, okay, and then give the cell. When you select the cell, and then comma, char, give 160, comma, char 32, close the bracket. Okay, and enter. Yes, it has applied. Just drag it. Yeah, you can see the trim function working. So this is one formula that is used for data cleaning. And next one is here I've entered set of marks for this particular students. So here you can see there are set of cells which are blank. That means that particular student has not attempted the test. So how can we quickly fill this particular blank cell as not attempted? For that, what we have to do here is, so what you have to do is first is to select the rows. So why I'm not selecting these two is here you have blanks. So there you don't need not appear. You just need not appear over here, right? And then press F5. So when you press F5, you will get a tab as such, and then this is something called go to tab, and here you can click special. So once you click special, you click blanks and then click OK. So you can see all the blank cells that are inside that selected space. So here this is known as an active cell, and here in this active cell, which is in white color, and the other cells are gray color. So whatever you want to get replaced, you can type it over here. So I'm going to type it as not appeared. You can press Control Enter. So once you press Control Enter, you can see wherever it was blank, it is replaced to not appeared. So next technique is how to delete or remove duplicates. There are two techniques to remove duplicates. Let's see how to do it. So the first technique is to use conditional formatting. So for that, if you want to check whether this column, that is to select the column, you can just press Control Spacebar. It will select that particular column. And I'm going to just select this column. You can just go to conditional formatting and then click highlight cells rules, and in this you have duplicate values. Click duplicate values, and whatever values are duplicated, it will be highlighted in red color. You can opt for different colors over here. So I'm going to click red and then click OK. So you can see these are the duplicates that is there in this particular field. If I want to clear this highlight, you can just go to this conditional formatting and clear rules, and just click and then click clear rules from entire sheet. So it will get deleted. And the second technique for you to find the duplicates is you can go to Data tab. In this you can see remove duplicates. Okay. So what you can do is just select this particular column till here where there's no calculations, and then click remove duplicates. And once you click remove duplicates, you can choose the column on what basis you want to check whether it is duplicated or not. So I'm going to see whether name, subjects, 3 subjects are duplicated, and then delete based on this 4 fields. So I'm going to click OK. So you can see two duplicated values were found and it is removed. So next technique is to highlight the errors that is present in your data set. So now when you import another data into your Excel, here what you have to do is if suppose you want to check if there is any kind of errors that is present in that particular data set, because they'll be using lots of formulas in that data set. So if you want to check if there is any kind of error, I'm going to introduce 2 techniques: find and highlight the errors that is present inside this sheet. Let me just create a error, and here also I'm going to give another error here, and then give a space instead of a comma, and then there are 2 errors here. So I've introduced 2 errors. You have to select the spreadsheet and then go to home page and then click conditional formatting and then click new rules. And under this, you have to click format only cells that contains what it contains errors. So pick the error from this drop down list and what format you want to get highlighted. So I'm going to change the color to green and then click OK. So you can see here, I can see 2 errors which is highlighted in green color. And then you can make the changes and correct it. Another technique that you have is make sure you select the table first and then click F5 and then click special and then click formula, and you want to highlight the errors, right? So I'm going to uncheck this first three buttons and then check only errors and then click OK. Okay. Now no cells were found because there's no errors in this, right? Because we have made some changes over here. Next, let us learn how to change a text to lower, upper, and proper case. This is another technique that is mostly used in data cleaning technique. So now, if suppose you want this east, central, west, this field, that is this set of text to be in uppercase, it's easy. What you have to do here is you can just select one cell and give equal to upper and then click the cell and control enter. You can see this particular text is converted to uppercase, and just drag it down, and whatever text is related to that particular um, column will be reflected, and you can copy it and just select this particular region and then just paste it. Yeah, so you can see it is reflected, and just double click over here, or yeah. So that's it. Now if suppose you want this particular field, now this is all capital letter, right? Now if you want it in a lowercase, what you have to do again, so I'm going to use another cell, and here I'm going to give equal to lower and click this cell and press control enter. You can see it is all converted to lowercase, and just drag it down. You can see whatever text is related to that particular column is reflected. Now there is one more function which is known as proper case for this particular column. So what I have to do is I have to just give equal to and type proper and click the cell, close it and enter. You can see the first letter will be capital and the other characters will be in small letter. So it is properly named. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it over here in a proper manner. Just right click and then paste it. So yes, it's pasted over here. So this is another functions and formulas that is used for data cleaning technique. Now the next data cleaning text, deleting all formatting. Just select the table. Can you see this clear button here? Yes. So if you click a clear drop down button, there is an option for clear formats. So if you click that, you can see all the formatting that is applied on this particular page is gone. So all the format that was there inside this sheet is gone. Let me introduce another function or another technique that is used for data cleaning, and that is find and replace. So now to find a particular word in this data set, what you have to do is you have to go to home ribbon and then click find and select and click find. So when you click find, it is asking you what is the data that you want to find. Type east and I want to find east in my data set. So you can see each and everywhere wherever east is specified, it is finding it and then highlighting it. So now here you can see a set of names here. You can see two different names. One is the first name and this other one is second name. So now if suppose you want to separate these two names into two different columns, how can we do it using find and replace? That's also possible. So for that, what you can do is you can just copy and paste this over here in another column, into another column, just expand the width. And once you have done this, what you can do here is either you can click find and select or you can press Control H. So once you press Control H, you can see two text box here, what to find and what has to be replaced. Here, the first name and the second name is separated with a comma. So here, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove the second name using find and replace. And we know that after comma is the second name, right? So what we're going to do is you are going to find comma and delete whatever character is there after comma, you have to delete it from this particular selected cells. So to delete whatever character is there after comma, you have to give asterisk. So if you give comma asterisk, that means after comma, whatever characters or whatever text is there, it will get replaced with what? Replaced with empty spaces. That you should not give anything here and just give replace. And you can see over here, you're going to only get first name. Same thing over here. You just want the second name. So you want to delete the first name, right? So what you have to do? You have to press Control and then give asterisk first and then give comma and then click replace all. So you can see, yeah. So now you got the first name and the second name one shot using find and replace. If someone is asking you to replace the asterisk with another character, so is that possible? So asterisk is a wildcard character. So now if suppose I want to delete all the asterisks that is there in this set of name, what we have to do is just press Control H and let's see how you're going to replace. If you replace asterisk, what's going to happen? So now let's replace asterisk with blank space and then replace all. You can see whatever was there is deleted. Asterisk's role is to delete all the character whatever is there inside the selected cell. So how can we do this? So there is another wildcard character which is known as tilt character. Press Control H and so let's select the cells and then press Control H. And before asterisk, you have to give tilt can be seen next to the number 1. That is just below escape button. You can see tilt button. You have to press shift and then that particular button and then give asterisk. And then replace with empty character. So then replace all. So you can see all the asterisk character is deleted. So if you use few techniques like this, you can polish your data sets and then use it for analysis purpose. Okay. So we are going to the next section that is on. Is it audible? Can you hear me? Yes. Yes. Okay. So we have done with data cleaning technique. We have done with data cleaning technique. So next step is we're going to explore data and visualize the data. Okay. So let's see how to use different formulas, how to filter your data, how to sort your data, and then visualize data in a form of graph. So that's your next part, which is your part 3 session. So let me just share my screen. See, can you see my screen now? Yes. Okay. So we're going to explore the data and then visualize it. So can you see your picture over here? So you can apply different kinds of statistical formula or filters or sorting techniques, and then visualize the data that is there, which is structured properly inside your Excel sheet, can be visualized in a form of graph and make a decision. Okay, so I'm going to play the third video where you're going to learn different data analysis techniques and visualizing techniques. So you're going to learn about filters, you're going to learn about sorting and how to use pivot tables and pivot charts and some of the basic formulas for data analysis. So let me just switch the screen to the part 3 video. In this video, let me introduce few tips to perform. In this video, let me introduce few tips to perform data analysis. The first analysis technique that is used is sorting. You can quickly reorganize a worksheet by sorting your data. So let's see how to perform sorting on your Excel sheet. So let's start with sorting a text. In this example, we will sort the state and union territory field from alphabetical order. Okay, so for that, what you have to do is you can select any one of these cell. Just select any one of the cell, which is D3 here. You can go to data tab on the ribbon. So you can see sort. In this, you can click A to Z, which is in alphabetical order. So you can click A to Z, and automatically you can see this particular column is sorted in alphabetical order. So the first one is Andaman, Andhra Pradesh. So even the other fields are also sorted. So next, let's work on how to sort a set of numbers. So now here in this, you have a field called confirmed cases. So if you want to know which state is having largest number of cases on which date. So for that, what you can do here is you can click any one of the cell, and then you can see this is ascending order. That is the arrow which is going down is smallest to largest, and here it is largest to smallest. So we need the largest confirmed case and which state and on which date. So what we can do is click one cell over here and then go to data ribbon and then click this largest to smallest. So when you click this, you can see okay, the confirmed cases is 77,793 in Maharashtra. On which date? It is on 5th June 2020. So this is the latest update that is there in this data set. So next one is how to sort dates. So there is a question as such, which state had the first COVID case in India? So what you're going to do, you have to anyway sort with the date, right? So how do we do that? So you can go to date field. So you can go to date column and click any one of the cell in that particular column. You can click sort from lowest to high. So if you click that, you can see the first state that is coming is in Kerala. So you can give, okay, Kerala is the first state reported in according to this data set. So next is multi-column sorting. So what is multi-column sorting is when you want to sort multiple columns. If you need this column in alphabetical order and you need this confirmed case in descending order. That means you're going to order this in alphabetical order. So you get all the state together. You're going to get the states and also under that state, largest confirmed case. So for that, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick one cell over here and click sort. So once I click sort, it is asking you want to sort it by which or using which column. So I want this column, right? Using this column. The first column is this. This is known as major column. So I'm going to use major column as state, union, territory on all the values and based upon alphabetical order. And the second column is based upon confirmed case. So I'm going to click add level and I need the second column as second. So I need the second column as confirmed and then based on the values, and I need largest to smallest so that under each and every state we will get to know highest confirmed cases. And then if you click OK, you can see under Andaman and Nicobar Islands you have the highest cases. That's about sorting. Next, let us learn about filters. There are various methods to apply filters on your data. So the first method is to press Control Shift L. So once you click Control Shift L, you can see next to each and every column a small drop down button over here. So this is known as filter. So using filters, you can rearrange your column based on the conditions that you have set. Now, if you want to remove the filters, what you can do is you can press Control Shift L once again and we go off. Another technique is to go to data and then click filter, then you will get the filters next to each and every column. And if you want to remove, you can click filter once again. Now let's see how to use filters on date, text and numbers. So for that, we will activate the filters on each and every column. For that, you have to press Control Shift L. So now if you click this particular button, you can see a set of dates over here. So what you can do is, if you want, instead of selecting all, you can just select for a particular month. So now if you want to filter on based on March, you check this, you can check that particular month and then click OK, and you can see all the dates on March. Now next, let's work on text, how to filter your text. So for that, what you have to do here is you can click this filter button. If it is based on Tamil Nadu, so you can, yeah, so you can opt for Tamil. Okay, one second, just uncheck the select all button and then click just one state. If you want the details of only one state, you can click Tamil Nadu and then click OK. So you can see the on this day, that is in the month of February, what are the updates on this particular state. So you can keep on filtering data as such. That is here. I think there's some problem with the dates. We'll just change the alignment of the date. We'll give it like this. Okay. So I've changed the format of the date over here to make it clear. So here to do the filtering, what we have to do here is you have to click this arrow button and then you can opt for any one of the month. And here you can uncheck select all and then click a particular month and then go and search for that data. So here you can see, okay, only for March, you can see all the data for this state, that is Tamil Nadu. If you want the largest, you can click largest to smallest. And there is another way of doing it. You can see this number filter. So if you go to number filter, if you want equal to 500, you can get, okay, yeah, on this date it is 500. You can do the filtering as well. You can go for advanced filtering as well. So if you click numbers and if it is you can give greater than, so if it is greater than 100, filter the data based on greater than 100, so you can get it. Now if you want it on less than 200, yeah, you can give that. So you can keep on analyzing data based on this. You can sort the data, you can filter data. Now we know how to filter data, right? So let's do another technique. We're going to take out the filters over here. Just remove the filter. Yeah. So now what we are going to do here is we're going to learn about pivot tables. For that, we need to go to insert and then click pivot chart. Under that, you can see an arrow button and then click pivot chart and pivot table. You can go ahead for a new worksheet and click OK. And then once you click OK, now what you can do is if you want to know the growth rate of a particular state. So what I'm going to do here is, okay, I'm going to pick one state, filter, okay. So we need to filter this union. We need the confirmed sum. We need the sum of this confirmed, okay, we need the sum and click OK. So next, let's learn about pivot charts. So for that, we have to go to insert and then click pivot chart button. So under this, you can see an arrow. You click that arrow button and then click pivot chart and table. Once you click pivot chart and table, you will get a dialog box like this, and then click new worksheet. So when you click new worksheet, a new sheet will be open, and then here you can put your filters and your values. So I'll show you what. So here you will get the table and here you will get the chart. So what I'm going to do here is I want to get the growth rate of Tamil Nadu. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put state and union territory under filters. Okay, because under this I have to choose one state. So if I want to choose Tamil Nadu, I'm going to choose Tamil Nadu and get a graph over here. So what will I do? I'm going to filter this and then in under axis, I'm going to put date because under each and every date, I need what is the cumulative count. It's cumulative count. Okay, it's not absolute. It's cumulative count. So we need a date-wise cumulative count, and then we are going to get the confirmed rates. That is confirmed rate value. We need the not the sum. because as in it is cumulative, some won't give you the right answer. We have to go for count, or we'll go for okay, count. Count will be always one. We'll go for max. Yeah, maximum. See, maximum confirmed. Correct. Now here you can see the. Okay, let me just select only Tamil Nadu. Only for Tamil Nadu, how much was the? So just Tamil Nadu. You can see it's increasing. See, yeah, this was a maximum. This is a growth rate of this particular. See, maximum comfort. You can see each and every day the rate, the number of cases going high. Okay, so at the maximum is now till this particular date, that is in the month of June 5th, the count is the cumulative count is 27,256. So let's go and check for. You can filter here. You can see Maharashtra. Just click Maharashtra. See, initially it was this much month of March. Then you can see March, April, May, June. They see this is a maximum. The highest is this. So you can see you can see the graph. This graph is what you see over here. See, I'll show you that. See this graph. This graph is like this. You can next let us learn few formulas. That's very much important for data analysis. Just introducing few formulas so that will be helpful for you to work on Excel. First formula that you're going to learn is concatenate. Concatenate is one of the easiest and powerful formulas when you conduct data analysis. It helps you to combine text or numbers or dates from multiple cells into one. So let's see an example for that. And so here, if suppose I'm going to give a name and I'm going to give my second name. So now if you're going to create a mail ID, so here I'm just going to give few names over here. So then so I've given a set of names over here. So what I'm going to do here is I want to combine the first name and second name and create a domain name. We have to add at the rate sjch.org. Just give concatenate. Okay, and then click the first name and comma. Click the first name, comma, and then second name, comma, and then we have to give what at the rate sjch.org. And then give extra character that you have to give should be inside double quotes. Make sure you give the double quotes, and this should go inside the double quotes, and then click enter. So you've used concatenate formula to club three strings, well, first name, second name, and also at the rate sjch.org. You can click on this green dot button and keep the cursor until you find a cross button and just drag it down. So you can see the formula is applied to all the cells. So we're going to learn few date functions today. So let's work on this. Now, if suppose you need today's date, so you have to select the cell, give equal to, and then give today, open the bracket, close it, and then click enter. So next one is now. So if you want the current time and the date, you can go ahead with now equal to. So open the bracket, close the bracket, and enter. You can see the time and the date. So if you open this Excel sheet tomorrow, automatically this date and the time will be updated. Okay, because it's linked to your system date. So next one is day. Okay, if I'm going to give a date over here, sometimes you might be confused which one is a day, month. So there is a special formula for that. You can just give equal to day and then click the cell number. Okay, and then enter. You can see, okay, the day is 12. Now to get the month, you can just type the formula month and then click the cell number and then close the bracket here. So the month is 2, that is February. Now year, you can give year and then click the cell of that particular date and then click enter. you have the day, month, and year, and you want to club together. So to club together the day, month, and year together, you have a formula which is known as equal to date and give the year. So just choose this particular cell, comma, and then it's asking for month, comma, and then it's asking for day. And close the bracket, you will get the date over here. So these are the few formulas that you play on date functions, and there's another formula which is known as e-date. Now, if suppose you're going to give a date that is on, let me just give 12th Jan 2020. Now you want Feb here. So here it is January, right? You need Feb. Then you need March. Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June. One shot using a formula. You want to create all the months that is there. Okay. Now, if you want to create 5 months together in one shot using one formula, you can do it. What you have to do is you can give equal to e date. Okay. And then select the date. This is a start date. And if you want next month, okay, if you want Feb, Jan you've given, you need the next month. So you can give 1 and close the bracket, enter. So you can see Feb 12th. You're going to get that particular date itself. You got it. If you want it for five more months, you can drag it, and here if you're not able to see, it's because there's no space. Here, just click on it and you can see. You will get all 1 Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, like this. Okay. I'm going to give another Jan 1st, 2020. Okay. And then I want after 60 days. Okay. So how will I give equal to e date? Select chooses after 2 months. I need a date which is after 2 months. Just give 2 there and then equal to, you can see, oh, if you are getting a number like this, what you can do is you can go to home, click this drop down list. Instead of general, you can keep it as long date. If you give long date, see, okay, this also I'll give it as long date. It's going to add another 2 more months and then give you the date. So I hope it's clear. And there's another function, another formula which is known as days. Okay, so there's something called days. If you give 2 date, I'm going to give this. That is, then this date and this date. I'm going to use these 2 dates over here. Yes. Now I'm going to use days. So days is going to give you the number of days between Jan 1st and March 1st. So let's see days. So days, it's asking you the end date first. What is the end date here? This is the end date, comma, the start date. Give the start date. Close it. So you will get 60 days of gap. See? So days gives you the number of days between two start date and the end date that you've given. I hope it's clear. Next, we are going to learn len. So len quickly provides the number of characters that is there in the cell. I'm going to give a set of St. Joseph's College. I've given a text here, set of character in this cell. So what I'm going to do here is, I need to find the length of the string. So what I'm going to do, just give equal to len, open the bracket, select the cell, and close the bracket, enter. You can see 21 characters are there. So next formula that you're going to learn is counter, or however you want to pronounce, you can use it. Count A identifies whether a cell is empty or not. So this formula equal to count A, open the bracket and choose the cell and then close it and enter. So if it is 1, that means it's not empty. If it is 0, that means it's empty. So you can see wherever there is blank space, or if the cells are empty, it's all 0, or else it will be taken it as 1. Next, let us see how to create a drop-down list. So what you have to do, the first step is to select a cell and then go to data, click data validation, and here allow to create a list. And then in source, what you can do is, so I'm going to select the item code as a source and then click OK. So now you can see here all the codes that is there in this particular list, or the range is seen under this drop down list. Now here also I've created one drop down list for the items. Okay, now if you want to swap it, you can swap it. I've just changed the order. So this is about a drop-down list, and using drop-down list, we will work on few formulas. So for that, what we're going to do here is the first formula that we have is sum. Sum is actually to add a set of numbers. So now, what do you have to do? You have to just give equal to sum, open the bracket, and then drag and select the set of numbers that you have to add. Close the bracket and then click enter. So this is actually sum. This gives you sum. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to learn sum if. Sum if is used when you need to add a set of numbers based on some criteria. Now here you can see the products, right? So under this product, pen is repeated twice. Correct? Pen is repeated twice. So now what is my task? I need my criteria is to get the total of this pen. That is 69 plus 360. Okay. So now for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use equal to sum if. Okay. In sum if, there are three arguments. One is range, criteria, and sum range. So what is a criteria? Criteria is to get the sum of pen. So now this pen belongs to which column? That is known as range. So always think about the criteria first and then think about the range. So our criteria is what? Our criteria is pen. So now what you can do here is you can use a drop down list here. So what first argument is range. So that is this column. Okay, so in this column you will get pen, comma. Now what is our criteria? We have to search for pen, correct? Then put comma. So this is what sum range, where exactly you want to pick the pen rate and then add. So I have to pick the pen rate from here, from this range, that is 69 and 360, and then give the answer. Then give equal. You can see you got only for pen. See here, pen is 69, and here also the pen is 360. When you add it, you're going to get 429. So you can choose any one of the product from this and then play with different kinds of formulas. Okay. So next, let's learn about count F formula. So if we have a criteria and based upon the criteria, you want to count the number of products in this particular column. So what we have to do is, if I pick pen, I have to get 2 because two times it is repeated. Okay, give equal and give count F. Okay, so count F, and it's asking for the range and criteria. So you know what is a criteria. Criteria is this. Because if we pick pen, it should count in this particular range and give you the number of times it is repeated. So I'm going to select the range first. I have to check the criteria in this column and then put a comma and give the criteria. Criteria, you have to pick it from this drop down list and then close. Click OK. So now pen, so if we opt for pen is repeated twice, correct? Now if we are going for pencil, okay, pencil is also the count of pencil is 2. Next we are going to learn about VLOOKUP formula. So here what we are going to do here is V is meant for vertical search. So what exactly a VLOOKUP function is? Now here the task is, if suppose I am going to opt 101, okay, so 101 is the item code for what? Chalk. So if I select 101, I need to get chalk over here. Okay, so if I select 99, here I should get pen. Okay, so now here I'm going to use VLOOKUP function. So we have to give equal to VLOOKUP. Here you can see the arguments, right? You can see the arguments. The first one is VLOOKUP value. VLOOKUP value is the value that you want to search. So here the value that you're going to search is what? The product code. So if I select one product code, you go and search where? You have to search in this table that is known as table array. So what you have to do? You have to select the table and then give it over here. So you have selected. Now your table is ready. Your table array is ready. And put comma. Next one is what? Column index number. So which column I need? The product, right? If I select item code, I need product. You have to know what is index. So each and every column has its own index. Here the first column index is 1. This is 2. This is 3, 4 and 5. The product column index is 2. So this is 1 and this is 2. So you are going to give column index as 2. put comma. Now you can see approximate match and exact match. So you can go for exact match rather than going for approximate match. So you go for false. If it is false, you have to give 0 and close a bracket, enter. Okay, now let's see. Here the code that you have entered is 102. So 102 product is book. See, you got it, book. Next, let's see. If I pick 100, are you getting pencil? Yes. These are the few formulas that I can explain for today's class. There are many formulas that you have to learn.
Hello, Sheril. Is it over? Hello, Sheril.
Yeah, is it audible, ma'am? Is it audible?
Yes. Now I can hear.
Yes. Okay, so that's the end of the part three session. So this is how you have seen, everyone has seen how the three parts was working. So the first part was on data collection, and you didn't go and collect data, but you use the data that was existing, and then you went for data cleaning techniques, and then you explored or learned few formulas, and then visualize the data. Okay, so that's for the session. Thank you all for listening, and over to Deena, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Cheryl. And the students are requesting to share the videos
Sure,
because
ma'am. I will. Yeah, I will.
yes, video voice was not so clear, so they just
Okay.
want to have the videos. Okay.
Sure. I can share it, ma'am. I can share
Okay,
it.
okay. One request to all the participants, that is the students, you will be provided a form at the end of this session in the chat box. Okay. So the form will be active only for 15 minutes and you fill in the details correctly. Your name, your first name, your last name, your class, your college name, whatever it is, fill in correctly. Okay. So once you submit the form, you cannot change it. And that is how you will receive your e-certificate. So whatever the details you give in the form, it will be printed in your e-certificate. So kindly fill in carefully. So those who fill the form only will get the e-certificate. Okay, clear everyone? Okay, good. So thank you so much, Cheryl. Bobby
And
ma'am,
ma'am, yeah,
are you
ma'am,
online, ma'am?
yes,
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Cheryl, you want to share anything?
yes, and I just want to thank our Dr. Sister Arokya Rani for giving me second opportunity to be the resource person for wonderful students over here. And thank you so much, Dr. Deena ma'am, and all the faculty members who has coordinated. And thank you all students for listening to me. I hope I have done something great to you. Yes, I hope so. Thank you so much for being the listeners for today's session.
Thank you,
Yes,
Cheryl.
ma'am.
Okay, Bobby ma'am, you can go with the vote of thanks.
Okay, ma'am. Good evening to all. I will give thanks to you, Lord.
with all my heart. I will tell all your wonderful deed. Psalms chapter 9, verse 1. Thank you is the best prayer that anyone could say. I say that one a lot. Thank you expresses extreme gratitude, humility, understanding. I extend my sincere gratitude to our patron, Reverend Sister Dr. Arukyarani, Secretary and Principal, for her support and guidance in organizing this webinar. I extend my thanks to our resource person, Mrs. Sheril Sophia, Assistant Professor, Jyoti Nivas College, Bangalore, for accepting our invitation for this webinar. Thank you, Sheril. I would
Thank you,
also
ma'am. Thank you.
like to sincere thanks to Dr. Dina Suresh, Head Department of Computer Science, for her immense effort in organizing this webinar. Thank you, ma'am. I am very much thankful to all faculty members of Computer Science Department for their valuable contributions, arrangements, encouragement, all-time support in organizing this webinar. I extend my thanks to all enthusiastic participants for valuable participation in this webinar. Once again, I thank you all. Tina ma'am?
Yes,
Yes,
thank
thank
you,
you,
Bobby
Bobby
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Cheryl,
Cheryl,
once
once
again
again
for
for
the
the
wonderful
wonderful
session.
session.
Thank you
Okay,
so much.
Thank you so much. And
students,
students, check whether you have got a link, the feedback link in your chat box. Once you receive it, fill in very carefully. Okay, and don't share it with anyone. And it will be active only for another 15 minutes. Shall we wind up, Cheryl?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank you, ma'am.